Good morning. Welcome to Dave's Kitchen. We've had quite a few requests for making, your own pastrami in the smoker. So Mel and I decided this would be a great weekend to run through our cheater version of the pastrami. It's certainly not something you'd get in a deli, but it's not bad either. We enjoy it quite a bit. For this version, we're just using a prepackaged corned beef that you can get at any grocery market. This one's about 5 pounds, and we drained it. Some people that don't care for the salt will set it in a bowl of water overnight, just try to purge out some of the salt. But we're going to go ahead and just put a dry rub on it. I made up a dry rub basically of 4 parts black pepper, and then 2 parts onion powder, 2 parts garlic powder, 2 parts coriander, and then I added 1 part cumin just because I like it. And we didn't add any brown sugar. Probably a traditional style would be is they'd add some brown sugar to it. But we're just going to go ahead and add the dry rub onto our brisket here. And we're going to actually put this in the smoker, fat side up. And we're just trying to get the bottom of it here coated. And we'll flip her up. And we'll put the rest of our dry rub on. And once we put it into the smoker, we like to achieve a temperature of at least 180 degrees. You can take it up to 204 to 202, somewhere in that range. It's kind of they call it a competition temperature that a lot of people like to use. In the delicatessen, they'll go ahead and they'll smoke this way ahead of time, and then they'll steam it, and that's how they achieve their temperature when they're ready to serve, just by putting it to a steam bath. And then you're wanting your temperature up around about 202 or so. That would be good. Okay, so we have the dry rub applied, and we coated it pretty liberally, and we're going to go ahead and make our just a mustard to accompany the beef while when we're ready to serve. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. So in order to do that, we soaked some black mustard seeds in equal parts apple cider vinegar and water, and we just hydrate those overnight, and we put those into a food processor, and we get a product like this. And you can see there's still quite a bit of the husks that are still on the seeds, so we're going to go ahead and put those in. We're going to strain it, put it through a sieve, put it into a food processor. Then we'll, to sweeten it up a little bit, a lot of people add brown sugar to sweeten it. We're trying to avoid the sugar, so we're going to go ahead and add some garlic, just because I like garlic, and the garlic will add a little bit of sweetness to it. And I add a little olive oil in it, again, because I like it. And we'll go ahead and get that going. Let's see. And we'll use our spatula and our sieve. It is a little bit almost bitter, and a lot of people would put in yellow mustard seed just to help get some of the bitterness from it. This is going to take a little bit, so we'll probably just fast forward it. And okay, moves it along. And you're just adding enough just to get it to that creamy consistency. Alright, so it took a little time there to process up the condiment here that we're using, you know, from the mustard seeds and the garlic and the olive oil. We're going to go ahead and this will be ready to serve, and we'll get the beef right into the smoker in a minute. So, it's always good to test it. You know, we typically don't add much salt to it, but you can always add salt and pepper. Season it to your liking. And again, this is just garlic, olive oil, and you know, some people use egg yolk to help thicken it and to, you know, lighten it up. Some people add garlic to it. You know, the yellow mustard seeds, which I'm going to try here. I haven't done it. I just stick with the black for right now, but. It only finds it a little bit on the bitter side. I don't mind it so much. But okay, next shot will be outside at the smoker, and we're getting the brisket prepared to go ahead and put a little smoke and keep it low and slow. Thank you. All right, we're outside here at the smoker. And as you can see, we have our remote Thermal Pro unit set up, which will monitor our smoker temperature as well as the internal temperature of the brisket. You know, a lot of people use time, and that works, you know, pretty well. I've done that quite a bit myself, but the internal temperature kind of allows you to have more consistent results. So that's, you know, it's just kind of handy that way. You're able to keep an eye on it, and you know, you just tend to have a little bit better experience. So now it's steel line from Julia Childs, our impeccably clean smoker here. We'll go ahead and you can see the two probes that we utilize here. So we have our brisket off to the side, and go ahead and place that center of the rack. Any excess stuff here, we'll go ahead and get it on. And, you know, we try to get this probe in pretty much to the center of the meat. Helps us monitor that. And in about 6 hours, we'll come back and check on it. All right, it looks like our cooking has been finished up, or smoking actually, in our smoker. So we got her 180 degrees. We're going to go ahead and pull her out, and then we'll let it rest for about 10 minutes, and we'll carve her up and have a little bit of pastrami with our for our dinner. Let's see what we got here. Get me shoveling, or? Alrighty, let's see what we got here. So after we pulled the brisket out of the smoker, we'll go ahead and carve it up. And typically I just do a little chef's treat off the one corner here to see how it looks, you know, after about a 10-minute rest or so. And looks like it'll be pretty good. Yep, that's good. Alright, we'll just cut this up. And later. And we'll just put a little bit of a garnish with our mustard. And that'll be supper for tonight. Appreciate you all joining Dave's Kitchen, and till next time, we'll have a good meal. Thank you.